evening and welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Tamiru Nimsal. Let's have a look at the headlines. Global South should push policy reforms to tackle climate change, President says. CBSL sells dollars on a net basis despite exchange rate volatility. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that policy measures should be pushed forward to mitigate the threats arising from climate changes to the hill country in order to catalyze the growth of the tea sector. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said this while delivering the keynote speech at the 129th Annual General Conference of the Colombo Tea Traders Association held in Colombo on Tuesday.
First and foremost, I must thank all of you. Your support and your actions last year to enable the tea industry to continue. I know we went through a crisis and as the government had to seek your help to ensure that the tea industry carried on and survived. Thanks to Minister Ramesh Patharan, you all were ready around. We were able to provide you with fertilizer, but there are many other measures that you took, as you all mentioned out here, including making fuel available. We all worked together, and again I must tell the tea trade, thank you for the help. And as a result of it, we do have some foreign exchange coming from your source.
President Wickremesinghe also said that a program should be accurately crafted to drive forward the plantation industry in Sri Lanka, encompassing the tea sector with the integration of the contemporary digital techniques.
In our discussions, we've seen tea as one of the main sources of foreign exchange, but it has to earn more. It has to go further. So look into the next 20, 30 years. What are your issues? What will it be? Certainly we are going to have a problem with climate change. The tropical belt. So we are now looking at policies to call upon the world to save that tropical belt, where the tea industry comes from. Was the damage due to us? Or more because the industrialization of the northern part of the world. So we have to speak out. We have to adapt to climate change. And water is going to be critical. I am just reading some reports on water and the fact that we will have climate disasters. Part of it is going to be in the hill country, in your tea estates.
Sri Lanka's central bank has sold dollars on a net basis for the second straight month amid exchange rate volatility from an ad hoc confidence-busting pegging arrangement called a flexible exchange rate. Analysts had urged the central bank not to encourage banks and dealers to borrow from liquidity window by overselling large volumes of treasury bills. The central bank sold $41.5 million to banks in July after buying $29 million after exchange rate volatility emerged. In June, the central bank had to sell $91 million after buying $77.5 million. The flexible exchange rate, which is neither a consistent clean float nor a consistent peg, is found in countries that go the International Monetary Fund often and also default. Interventions are made only after fully fledged volatility and market panic has been triggered. Central bank was able to collect dollars on a net basis from the 22nd of November after rates were hiked and open market operations turned deflationary after money printing to offset dollars sales using Asian Clearing Union dues which were deferred by India ended. Soft peg or flexible exchange rate central banks generally trigger currency crises by printing money to offset forex market interventions and keep interest rates artificially low. Open market operation activism has also picked up in recent weeks and the statutory reserve ratio was cut this month, releasing liquidity to the market on August 16. However, by that time, the central bank had oversold its treasury bill stock, which had been refinanced by reverse repo money. Monetary policy, which was clearly deflationary up to May, is now in the margin. Data from the month of June just showed a private credit pickup. Stay tuned, we will return after this short commercial break.
IWS Aviation.
Welcome back after the break. The Invest Sri Lanka Investor Forum, which was organized by the Colombo Stock Exchange in association with the Confederation of the Indian Industry, was concluded successfully on 11th August 2023 in Mumbai. The forum, which made a strong case for investment flows into Sri Lanka and witnessed a turnout of over 120 prospective investors from Mumbai. Sri Lanka was endorsed as an ideal location for further investment in Sri Lanka by the Confederation of the Indian Industry. The forum featured a lineup of speakers, including State Minister of Finance Shehan Semasinghe as the keynote speaker of the forum. The Sri Lankan delegation informed the participants about the Sri Lankan economy and the capital market. A technical session on the Sri Lankan stock market outlook and sector performances was carried out by the Sri Lankan stockbroking firms. The Q&A session, which was held at the event, turned out to be an interactive session with active audience participation. The Invest Sri Lanka Forum was supported by the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce. The Sri Lanka-Singapore Business Council of the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce, which mandates the strengthening of bilateral relations with Singapore, held its 26th annual general meeting. Shiluka Gunawardena was appointed as the president of the council at the annual general meeting, which was held in Colombo recently. Shiluka Gunawardena, who was elected as the president, currently also acts as the head of Deal Advisory at KPMG. The SLSBC, since its establishment, has effectively executed its mandate to strengthen bilateral relations between the two countries. Discussions were held on streamlining the process for Sri Lankan entrepreneurs to enter the Singaporean market. The Business Council also focused on promoting digitalizing for startup business and small and medium-sized enterprises in Sri Lanka. Further, the aim of empowering local businesses with advanced tools and technologies, thereby leading to increased efficiency and competitiveness in the global market, was discussed at length. The Council also elected Vice Presidents Tilak Gunawardena, Nirupa Piris and Indra Kaushal for the year period of 2023 and 2024. Other representatives of member companies were elected to serve on the Executive Committee of the Council. Royal Institute of Colombo launched a pathway for 2 bachelor's degrees at the Deakin University in Australia, fostering an international partnership with a bright future for technologists. The program was launched in Colombo on the 14th of this month. Deakin University of Australia and RIC now offers an international transfer program in software engineering, which is a 4-year degree and a 3-year degree in data science. According to the program, students will be able to study the first 2 years of software engineering or first year of the data science degree at RIC before transferring to Deakin University. Students in the RIC Deakin pathway can save 60% of the fee for the software degree and 40% from the data science degree compared to starting at Deakin University directly. According to the academic ranking of World Universities Rankings of 2022, Deakin University was ranked among the top 1% of universities worldwide.
Students spend their initial 1 or 2 years, depending on the area of study, at RIC and then continue the education at Deakin University to complete the degree of Deakin University. It provides an excellent opportunity for students to move from a teacher-centered education, secondary level, in Sri Lanka to a learner-centric tertiary education in Australia. They become familiar with Deakin University assessment methods, teaching methodology, and as well as become an independent learner before they move to Australia.
Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on mixed notes today. The all-share price index gained 39.29 points to close at 11,425.69. The S&P SL20 dropped 14.64 points to close at 3,299.99. The turnover was 4.6 billion rupees and over 133 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all on news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.